So our members get frustrated. Oh no, I'm going to talk about another thing that frustrates our members. Get really frustrated when we don't forward a piece of music because we hold the bar high for the companies we work with, and then the members get the same piece of music signed by what I would call a lower tier library, because there are libraries and there are libraries and there are libraries. Um, should we lower the bar?
I don't know. I mean, for us, we want to take the highest standard and be above the highest standard. Why? Because we're competing with Sony Records. We're competing with EMI. I mean, it has to be great on a variety of levels, sonically, performance-wise, the craft of the actual composition.
And now you're talking about all music, not just vintage.
Yeah, I'm not just like, I'm talking, I don't care if we're talking about record label stuff, if we're talking about production music. I mean, we average over 10,000 usages a year on Fox Sports, okay? So there's a reason for that, because our music is awesome. We're not sending bad material. We're not sending B-list material.
Yeah.
If you want to have success, you have to raise the bar as high as you possibly can. And it is, I know it hurts, or it's hurtful when you're not under that bar, and it's painful when you're trying as hard as you can to get above that bar. I get it. I've been there myself because I write as well. That is the reality of this business. And if you really want to have a career in this business, and it's not amateur hour, and this is not a hobby, but this is what you're going to do for a living, it's got to be great.
People get very frustrated because there are lower tier libraries that they're more interested in quantity. I think it's kind of throw it at the wall and it'll stick for somebody sooner or later, which is probably true. But there is at least one, if not a couple of websites where people can go and they rate different music libraries. And I've seen this literally 100, 200, 300 times, where the libraries that I know that are the lower bar libraries actually have the higher ratings because people like them because they accept their music.
Right.
And the libraries that hold to a higher standard have only 3 out of 5 stars because they've turned people away. So if I were searching for a great library, I would go to that site and look for the libraries that have 3 stars instead of 5.
That's hilarious.
Invariably, the 5-star libraries are the easy ones.
I don't envy being on the other side of this laptop.
Yeah.
It is hard, right? I mean, if you don't have contacts in the industry, you're trying to get better. You have a limited amount of time, or maybe a limited amount of resources. It takes a lot to get over that hump. It really does. And you might have success with one piece, and your next 5 might get rejected, right? And it's not like there's not some secret code, where all of a sudden it's like, oh, I know exactly what to do every single time.
That's when you pull out the secret Dakota ring and it just fixes everything.
But I'll say this about Taxi members, it takes courage to commit to something, right? And if you've joined Taxi, if you're paying for these submissions, if you're open to the feedback, you're saying that you want to improve. You're saying you want to be better. And that's better than 95% of the people out there that just can't handle that process,
Those of you who are regulars, you, Rob Shirelli, Michael Lloyd, the regulars at the Road Rally invariably comment that the music they hear every year, it seems to be getting better and better and better. It's because the most committed members are the ones that come to the Road Rally and listen to what the screeners say, listen to what the industry pros say at the Road Rally, and they do get better.
Yeah, and they do.
The stuff from the average people on the street, the non-taxi members on the street versus what taxi members in aggregate are doing, you guys win. Just that simple.